Hello, I'm here with Yann from PINKSALE at the Expo in Dubai. Yann, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to chat with us.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
So I've got a few questions for you today.
Yes, please.
I would love for you to share a little bit about PINKSALE. Imagine I don't know anything about it. What should I know for a potential client?
Sure. So what PINKSALE does is we are decentralized launchpad. What this means is we have projects in the very, very early stages. So let's say if you have a company, you have a token, most of the tokens you need to go on an exchange or a decentralized exchange to trade. But for this to happen, you need to raise funds and launch. This is the niche we feel. So we help projects in the early stages raise capital, get their tokens into the hands of early investors, so you can have capital for investment in development, and also you have part that goes to the liquidity, so that you can launch on a centralized exchange, on a DEX, or any other type of launch you want. But this is for the project owner side. If you're an investor, the important thing to know is that we are the company that you can buy very early stage tokens. So what this means is we are a very high risk, high reward business. Like most of the early stage tokens, are high risk because, as you see, you've probably seen millions of crypto projects, but Binance only has like a couple of thousand listed. So that's how most of the companies work. You know, when you have an early stage company, most of the people need to really believe in the business, and not everyone makes it. I mean, we are in this type of entrepreneurship business, but that's why you also get the very high rewards. So we have tokens that can do 100x, and we have tokens that don't go anywhere after launch just because the development doesn't work. So that's the point for the investors to really keep in mind. Like when you invest,
which side they're wanting to focus on.
Yes, and to make your risk assessment good, because it's all about risk. Like the higher the risk, the higher the reward.
That's true. Now, why did you choose to come here to the Crypto Expo in Dubai?
Actually, this is not our first time in Dubai. It's my first time, but my colleagues were here also last year.
Welcome back and welcome.
Thank you, thank you. And we had great experience in Dubai. Actually, let me just tell you a bit about the expos, because we are also going to, we are doing like an expo tour in every country, you know, all the big expos. So we've been in Paris and Amsterdam, but most of the other expos are focused to big clients, so either very big banks, companies, institutional investors. Dubai is one of those that is tailored more for the investors and for the smaller companies, for the leading companies. So this is the place where people can actually go talk with the real companies, because the other ones were interesting, but it's not what our core business is.
Not as much like interpersonal communication.
No, but it's also, most of them, it's not even B2B, it's like institutional solutions for institutional investors. I'm getting that this is also an important part of crypto, but we are here to talk with people. So that's why Dubai is one of the best places to do that. This is the place where you see most of the investors and most of the projects that actually want to connect with each other. So that's why we chose Dubai. We had a very good experience last time, and I think it was our most successful of all the expos we did.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm really happy to hear that. Now, what do you think is the future of your company? Where do you think this is going? I know that there's a lot of trends. Sometimes they stick, sometimes they fluctuate. So what's kind of your goal right now? What are you hoping?
When we speak about the future, actually, what we recently started doing is some horizontal expansion. So you can see on the left side is the PINKSALE, but on the right side we have DexView. So DexView is our own proprietary charting tool. So it's basically internal charting tool with a router. So what that means in more plain English is you can see the chart of the token and you can directly trade. So basically buy and sell. And the idea for horizontal expansion is, just because we have the PINKSALE platform, you can already buy the early stage. The moment it launches, you just click a button and you go to the second part to raise it. So our idea is like every other company. We don't want people to leave our website. So why should you go do second part of the trade somewhere else if you can have all in one solution?
All in one place, inclusive.
Exactly. But when we talk about future, the most important thing that people need to talk about is regulation. So everybody's waiting to see that. So I'm based in Europe, so that's why I read a lot about the upcoming MiCA regulations. And for now, fingers crossed, we have some light in the tunnel, because MiCA set up the regulation in a way that if you prove that you are truly decentralized, some of the most strictest regulation don't apply to you. So we are hoping we can go in that direction, because one thing I find okay about Europe is that, you know, they want to restrict crypto, but they want to leave DeFi to be a bit more open, because DeFi is where all the innovation is coming from. Like, you're not going to see a coin do 100x on Binance, like in 1 year even, just because the companies that go there are already huge. So if you're a potential investor and you want safe investment, yeah, sure, you know, go to Binance, you can make like 10, 15, 20% a year, which is in crypto market is a stable, investment. But if you want if you want moonshots, if you want to invest in a company that you believe in and it can go huge, basically that's what we do. That's the early stage phases. So
Okay.
imagine
That's
I can tell you
exciting.
my experience. So my first coin that I bought on pre-sale was SafeMoon. You remember SafeMoon?
Yes.
So the
Wow.
pre-sale token, because in the communities you see, so the people who bought the pre-sale did very well. There was one specific person that didn't claim his pre-sale tokens for 2 years. After 2 years, his initial 1 BNB was worth 62 million. So this is what we mean about moonshot. But I say this with the knowledge that 99.9% of the projects are not going to be the next safe move. That's why it's the high risk business. But also when it comes to regulation, that's where most of the innovation comes from DeFi.
Yeah.
So that's the future will depend a lot on this. How free the different countries want to live DeFi.
Exactly.
So the more freedom they give to DeFi, the better the development can be. But the more freedom they give it, also the more exit
Yes.
scams you're going to see.
Right.
So it's always about the
Balance.
equilibrium, exactly, the balance in between.
Wow. It sounds like you have a lot of exciting things coming up. And I wish you all the best this week
Thank you.
and as
Thank
well,
you.
like in the future. Thank you so much for taking time to
My pleasure. My
talk
pleasure.
to me and share more about PINKSALE. It's amazing.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.